So, the issue with permission blockchains, where you have a consortium or several entities who trust each other, is what? It's a very simple issue. Nobody can be trusted. Companies can't be trusted. Banks cannot be trusted. Brokers, exchanges, entities, people can't be trusted. Is this a matter of right and wrong or ethics? No. It's a matter of compound risks. Risks that permeate throughout the fabric of transactions. Macro risks, micro risks, technological risks. You have hackers, you have fraud, you have human error, you have counterparty risk, you have credit risk, you have political risk, you have geopolitical risk, you have regulatory risk, outright theft. And that's just the top of my head. So, if you have all these risks, and all these risks permeate between both individuals and entities, banks, companies, corporations, exactly how do you improve upon the current legacy system? It's really not much of an improvement. The invention of Bitcoin was zero trust transactions. Basically, the ability to do a transaction without having to trust the other side. Not by assuming you can trust the other side in a situation where you know you can't, which is the permission or private blockchain system, but creating an infrastructure where there's no need to trust the other side. That's where Veritaseum lives, on the Bitcoin blockchain. So that's one major deficiency. The second major deficiency is basically what makes blockchain special, what makes the entire invention of the Bitcoin technology special. And that's autonomy. Autonomy is the ability to have control, to do things on your own, autonomously. You see, Veritaseum enables the peer-to-peer economy. That's the economy where Peter does business directly with Paul, where Sue does business directly with Sarah. And they do this without a middleman, like an investment bank or a commercial bank, or an exchange, or any intermediary or third party that increases both friction and expenses. Autonomy brings down pricing, increases transparency, reduces opacity, reduces risk, increases efficiency. But autonomy also eliminates the profit potential of third parties and intermediaries. The vast majority of Wall Street transactions are basically third-party transactions, intermediaries, middlemen. Now, I'm not anti-capitalism, I'm not anti-Wall Street, as you all know. Anybody who follows me, simply Google my name. You know, I've been doing this stuff for a long time. But I am anti-rent seeking. Rent seeking is an economic term. It has nothing to do with seeking the money at the end of the month when someone is living in the building. It is an entity that extracts compensation out of a transaction without adding back requisite value. Fancy words aside, anybody who doesn't earn their pay should not get paid. So if you have an intermediary that doesn't earn their pay, but yet they're extracting compensation, the peer-to-peer economy eliminates them. Absolutely. In a peer-to-peer economy, when you have a useful middleman, a useful intermediary, they of course exist because they're adding value. By definition though, most middlemen don't add enough value to exist because the middlemen are not necessary in a peer-to-peer economy. It is my assertion that entities such as banks are not going to exist in 10 to 15 years in their current form, because currently they act as transactionary middlemen, unnecessary third parties, if the technology to allow the peer-to-peer transactions or the peer-to-peer economy to thrive. That technology exists right here, right now, patent pending, products up and running, downloaded through Veritaseum. We've not only created the processes for peer-to-peer swaps, peer-to-peer transactions, peer-to-peer trade finance, but we've also created clients that work as web pages. These web pages are very special. They allow you to run a full financial institution directly on any device with a modern browser. That means cell phones, tablets, portable computers, notebooks, smartwatches, anything that can run a modern browser, a secure browser, can now run a web page that holds a digital wallet. This digital wallet securely holds encrypted assets, coins, tokens for any currency, securities, swaps, US dollars for Facebook value, IBM, gold, bonds, electricity futures, you name it. This is another first on top of the previous firsts we've had. We're moving very fast for a small company. Now we're going to a fundraising round, and we're looking for people who understand the value of the peer-to-peer economy, who understand the value of autonomy versus heteronomy, people who understand the value of a trustless, zero trust transaction environment. To be able to do business with anyone, anywhere in the world, near instantaneously, without having to know or trust them, and not having to rely on any third parties. This is the power of the peer-to-peer economy. This is the peer-to-peer future. This is the power of the future, which is the peer-to-peer economy. Au revoir.